One of the most common questions I get from people who are new to Asana is whether they can use the free plan or if they will need to upgrade to the paid plan. Now, the honest answer most of the time is you can make the free plan work for at least the first few years of your business and probably even more than that. But most people will keep asking because there's this nagging feeling like they're missing something. I'm out of breath. My groceries were just delivered and I was rushing around the house. Okay, where was I? I think I was saying the honest answer most of the time is that you can make the free plan work for at least the first few years of your business, right? And probably even more than that. But most people will keep asking because there's this nagging feeling like they're missing something. And I want to fix that today. First, if you're new here, my name is Samantha. I'm a systems and operations specialist for online business owners. I've been using Asana for years. I teach it, I build client systems in it, and I was on the free plan the entire time until I wasn't. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how to know which side of that line you're on. Okay, so here's the thing about the free plan it doesn't limit you in the way that most people assume. You get unlimited projects, unlimited tasks, unlimited subtasks. You can run an entire business in there and never hit a wall, honestly. Now, I know this because I did it for years, and most of my clients are on the free plan, and they're completely fine with it. So, if you're just getting started or you've been using Asana for a while and things are working, then the free plan is probably doing exactly what you need it to do. The problem is that when you're paying a monthly fee for something, your brain starts looking for signs that you're getting your money's worth. So, it can actually become overwhelming. And when you're on the free plan, you sometimes wonder if the paid version would fix whatever's feeling messy. Honestly, usually it won't, but let's discuss. So let's actually talk about what the paid plan adds so you can make a real decision. Now, the main things you get when you upgrade to Asana Starter, which is the first paid tier, are rules and automations, forms, custom fields, dashboards. That's the short version, but rules let you automate repetitive things like when a task moves to a certain section, it automatically assigns to someone or sets a due date or sends a notification, things like that. Now, I use this for my content workflow and love it. When I add a video to my content calendar and set a publish date, rules just automatically populate all the subtask due dates for me. Well, actually, all the subtasks themselves and the due dates and the assignees. Before that, I was doing all of it manually every single time, which honestly like wasn't that bad. But once I stopped doing it, I realized how much quiet mental energy it was taking, right? Because you have to figure out which day to do this, which day to do that, who's doing what. Now it's all already there for me and I don't have to think about it. And then there's forms, which let you collect information directly into a project, which is really cool. So instead of someone filling out a Google form and you copying information over into Asana, it lands right where it needs to be, right within Asana. So I use this for my client intake process now. So someone fills out my application, it shows up in my leads project, done. And then custom fields give you more ways to filter and organize inside a project. So on the free plan, you get tags. Tags are kind of like basic custom fields, except you can't do as much with them and you don't have as many options and stuff. On paid, you get like more types, right? You get drop downs, numbers, currencies. You can use them across projects and you can filter your project based on those custom fields and group and all the things and make it look really nice. Um, Dashboards are another thing in the paid plans, and they are a visual overview like charts, task counts, status updates, things like that. Good if you're managing multiple projects or a team and you want like that quick snapshot. Now, here's where I want to be really honest with you. It's funny because the only reason I actually upgraded to Asana Starter was because people kept asking me about the paid features because I teach Asana and I actually made it my specialty to help business owners optimize the free plan. But then still constantly people kept coming to me for help with the paid features, which I honestly didn't know much about because I wasn't using them myself or with any of my clients. So I figured it would be best for my business to upgrade so that I could help these people who are coming to me, help them with the paid features too, right? So it honestly wasn't because I felt like I was missing anything. I know that's kind of like a silly reason to upgrade, but then I got in there and okay, I kind of fell in love. Custom fields, rules, forms, dashboard view. They're all pretty amazing. Being able to build spreadsheet style projects and then group them in totally different ways depending on like what I need to see. That part has been really fun, honestly. And now that I have it, not sure that I could go back. But here's another honest thing. There are features that I'm paying for that I basically never touch. I don't use timeline view or milestones. So even on the paid plan, you don't necessarily use everything, right? Which actually tells you something about how much you actually need before you upgrade. So if you're watching this and realize you actually want help setting up Asana the right way, though, whether you're on the free plan or you just upgraded, I do have a course called Asana Made Simple, and it walks you through everything: setup, daily workflow, how to actually stick with it. It's built specifically for entrepreneurs who don't want to overthink this. And it's specifically designed for the free plan, so no paid plan required. But of course, you can use everything I teach in there with a paid plan. But you can get it at samanthacasbrick.com/AMS. And I'll also link it in the description for you to check out when you're ready. It's a really awesome course. Okay, so back to the question. Should you upgrade? Here's the decision framework I would actually use. So, sign one. Are you doing the same repetitive manual step inside of Asana over and over, and that time is actually costing you money? Things like adding the same subtasks. Blah, blah, blah. Things like adding the same subtasks every time you start a new project, or manually updating a status field across multiple tasks, or copying information from somewhere else into Asana by hand. If that's happening regularly, automations and forms would help. That's when the paid plan starts to pay for itself in actual like time saved, right? Another thing to think about, sign two, is the manual work. Is if the manual work is starting to add up and you're not sure the time cost is really worth it anymore. So this is less about how many clients you have and more about what you're doing with them. So if you're spending real time on admin that could be automated, that's when the math starts to make sense. And the other thing I would add, if you're someone who really likes setting things up visually, the paid plan gives you a lot more to work with, and it's really fun. More views, more ways to group and display your data, more flexibility in how things look. For some people, that's motivating, right? Having a setup that feels good to look at makes them more likely to actually use it. I mean, I enjoy it. Okay, and then sign three. If you need to collect information from clients or leads on a regular basis. So if you're sending Google Forms and then manually putting the information into Asana, that's a real time and attention cost, right? So forms on the paid plan closes that loop. Now, here's the flip side. The flip side. Here's the flip side. Reasons you probably don't need to upgrade yet. So your Asana feels a little messy or overwhelming. Paying for the upgrade will not fix that, I promise. Honestly, a disorganized free account just becomes a disorganized paid account with more features that you're not using and are probably becoming overwhelmed by. So before you upgrade, get the setup right first. Use Asana Made Simple for that. Okay. And then also, if you're in the early stages of your business or you've had Asana for a while, but you're not really in there every day, the free plan is still more than enough. Get consistent with it first, then see if you hit any walls. Now, most people don't. And if you don't, then there's really no reason you need to upgrade. So if you're staying on the free plan, which is probably the right call for most people, the next question is, are you actually getting the most out of it? Because the free plan can do a lot more than people realize. I broke down the whole thing, how to sign up, how to set it up properly, all the features you actually have access to in this video right here. So go watch that one next. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.